So we're excited to bring Hanamura as a new battleground, but this isn't the Hanamura you know from Overwatch. We've got payloads spawning left and right. You got to escort them to finish off the enemy's core.
Hanamura offered some new unique elements to heroes, brought some new unique elements to heroes.
This is not the Hanamura though you know from Overwatch. Hanamura is a 2-lane battleground that spawns multiple payloads. Similar to Towers of Doom, you will not directly attack the core. You cannot go that far into the enemy's base. Instead, both teams' cores has 7 HP. Occasionally, a payload will spawn for your team, and if you escort that payload to its destination, it will turn into a turret and fire a single shot at the enemy's core. Deliver 7 payloads and you win the game. We were really excited at the prospect of the artistic, style of Hanamura. We thought it was something completely different from anything you've seen so far in the Nexus. We loved its bright colors, the rock gardens and the sand.
These cherry blossoms, the, dojo that we've got there.
We thought this was all super cool and stuff that we wanted to bring into the Nexus. So that's kind of where we started there with let's do Hanamura. Cool. What's a new mechanic? Payload, sweet. Payload on a Hanamura. How does that work? We kind of this back and forth process with the artists and the designers about how we can make the coolest thing possible for our players.
Along with that, brought some more open spaces. With every battleground, we want to make a new unique experience. And so with Hanamura being a little more open, that means you use your heroes a little differently. There's not as many choke points that you might be able to just kind of rain down skill shots along that one corridor.
So the longer Towers of Doom have been out, the more and more positive feedback we've received about this idea of a map where you don't press the core. It really opened up new strategies for players. It really just completely changed your play experience, but in a really fun, refreshing way, but still kept all that deep strategy we saw. In fact, opened up new deep strategy that we didn't have on any other battleground. We loved what payloads were doing in Overwatch and the kind of new gameplay, this idea of it's a zone you need to control, but it's a moving zone. So it doesn't really allow like a setup person like say a Gazlo or a Probius to really capitalize on it, since the zone you need to control, it's on the move, right? So we really love that idea. And then we were also excited about doing something, a twist on the Hanamura you know from Overwatch. By doing these payloads, we thought it would kind of make it stand apart from the Hanamura that you know in Overwatch, rather than just for one replicating it.
We've always had, some capture point mechanics like on, let's say, Sky Temple, but now we've got a point that you essentially hold that moves. And so that's brought new dimensions to the game as well. I would actually say that this is our Overwatch event. It just so happened that our Overwatch event actually got bundled up with a ton of other awesome changes as well with this Heroes 2.0 moment, but really bringing Overwatch Heroes and a battleground into the game right now at this moment really is our Overwatch event.